Today, we're going to do a pattern roundup of 18 super unique, free Amigurumi crochet design patterns that I found. I'm so excited to share this video with you today. Some of these patterns I've had bookmarked for quite a while. Some of them I found recently, but they are all incredibly unique and they are all free, which absolutely blows my mind. So I'm so excited to share this list with you. Every single pattern that I talk about today will be linked in the description box below with links directly to where you can get the pattern for free. In most cases, it's on the creator's blog, and I will shout out their name here as well. And I have my notes over on the side of my screen if you see me looking over there, so that I can remind myself what all of these amazing patterns are. But without further ado, let's dive straight in. Number one, I am so excited about this pattern. I cannot believe it's free. This one is called Mushroom Cottage, and it's from Laura Jaworski of Bugburry Pond. This one is so cool. This blows my mind that this is free. She actually says on her website that this pattern is considered skill level easy, which I'm like really amazed by. I will say not all of the patterns in this video are gonna be super easy or low-so or quick to make or great for markets as some of the other pattern roundups out there are, but they are all super unique, I promise you that. So starting with this one, this amazing mushroom cottage, this is so cool. There are so many details. I know we all as crocheters love mushrooms. This has sort of that cottage core aesthetic, and there's so much detail. I love the colors. It does look a little bit complicated to make, but she says it's easy. I think that probably all of the individual pieces maybe are on the easier side, and then maybe, putting them together, I'm sure there's some challenges there, but the pattern looks really well done. There's a lot of detailed descriptions and some photos, and I know that there are, most of it's, crocheting, but it does say there's optional things like glue and cardboard and things like that, probably to give it structure and put everything together in the end. But this pattern is just so cool. I'm dying to make it. It's so detailed and so interesting and so unique. So starting off with a bang, that's number one. Next up, number two, we have the emotional support cup. This pattern I found on the Premier Yarn website. It's a free pattern there, and I just think it's hilarious. We all know these like Stanley tumblers. What are they called? Is that Stanley Cup? Is that hockey? No, Stanley tumblers. There's other brands, not just Stanley. They're very, very popular. At least they have been lately. And the idea of making one of these big plush versions of these cups, I think, is so funny. And the fact that it's called emotional support cup is just, takes the cake. It's like you can just imagine someone hugging this, giant plush cup. You can make it in any color you want. And it's such a funny idea. You could give this as a gift to someone who loves these cups. Just such a fun pattern. So that was number two. Number three, we've got a charcuterie board by a Menagerie of Stitches. So we all love crochet amigurumi food. The idea of making a bunch of foods and it's fun for little kids to play with. They love play food. But the fact that this is a charcuterie board is just so funny to me. It's not your typical fruits and vegetables and, typical things that you might see in amigurumi. It's actually charcuterie and cheeses and grapes, and they put together all on this adorable board with a little cutting knife. It seems like there's some different types of cheeses, different types of meats, different types of crackers. And I just think this is so funny. This would be a fun one, for a kid who likes to play with, food toys and play kitchen and things like that, but also for adults who, love their charcuterie boards. What a funny pattern. So that's number three. Number four, this one's called Bulli Bus, and it's from the Hobbii yarn website. So Hobbii is located in Europe. From what I gather, a Bulli Bus is basically the Volkswagen hippie van that we would call in the US. I don't even know what the words are, but I think of it as the very iconic VW van from the 60s. I guess in Europe, that is called a Bulli Bus. They spell it Bully, but when I was looking it up, I also saw Bulli. I don't know, Bulli Bus. What a fun pattern. The VW bus, the VW van, Bulli Bus. There's so many fun details. You can see sort of the hippie kind of embroidery details on it. This is just so unique, beyond just like a typical truck or car. There's so many fun details to make this like VW type bus. And I just think this is such a fun one. Again, it could be a fun present for a kid who likes to play with cars and trucks. You know, my 3-year-old would love it, but also fun for people who lived through that era. Maybe they had one of these VW vans. So that one's a really, really fun one from Hobbii. Next up, number 5. This is Wonder the Birthday Dragon by Hooked by Kati. I love this one. I think it's so cute. There's a lot of, amigurumi dragons out there, but dragons are super cool, super fun. And the fact that this one's like wrapped around a cupcake, I think the idea, if you read the pattern, it says that this dragon like fell asleep before they blew their birthday candle out, which is really cute. I think I thought when I first saw it, I was like, oh, they're using their fryer breathing to light the birthday candle. Is that what's happening? But I guess actually the candle is lit and they just fell asleep without blowing it out. But yeah, what a cute little like sleepy dragon. He's just sleeping, holding on to his adorable cupcake with a candle that is lit. So that one is number 5. I love that one. Next up, number 6. This is called Crochet Island Playset, and it's by Squirrel Picnic. So another fun sort of set of toys for little kids. Again, I think my 3-year-old would love this. It's basically a play set where there's a bunch of individual pieces. So like the individual, animals, octopus, things like that. Maybe each one by itself is not the most unique, but the fact that they all go together on this adorable playmat, I just love. You basically make, it seems like the blue, it's like the ocean with some tan in the middle. That's like the island or the isle with a palm tree on it. And then the best part, if you can see in the picture, there's like stitching all the way around the edges of the ocean, the blue, and you can just like cinch the whole thing up and it closes the playset up and it puts all the toys away neatly, which I have to say as a mom, you gotta love. Anything that makes cleanup easier is definitely a win in my book. I love the colors. I love the little ocean animals, and I think this would be so fun for a kid to play with. And again, a great gift. So that's Crochet Island playset number 6. Number 7, this one is a Submarine by Elisa's Crochet. Elisa's Crochet has a ton of awesome patterns, but the Submarine really stuck out to me. Again, fun for a toy for a kid. I could also see, because of the shape of it, it could be a great pillow. I could totally see this being in like a kid's room, a baby, an older kid, a really fun toy to snuggle with. You could make a soft, chenille version of a submarine, but it's also fun to play with and pretend. It's like, it's a little more interesting than maybe some of your standard like transportation type items that people sometimes crochet. So I thought this Submarine was super cute for number 7. Next up, number 8. This one is Fumble the Football Bear, and it's by Nicole Chase. So I didn't have too many animals on this list. I was really trying to keep it really, really unique, but I saw this football bear and it just really jumped out at me as super cute and super unique. So I added it to the list. Here in the US, it's the fall. We've got, American football season in full swing. And I'm actually in the middle of making a regular football, I guess, amigurumi pattern. It's just a football, like the shape of a football. And I probably will have a video about that one soon, just showing off the football pattern that I'm making. But this idea of a football bear is just like that much more interesting than the regular just football shape. The fact that the bear's body is a football, but then it's still a bear. Again, I think this would be a really fun gift for a kid who loves football, but also maybe an adult who loves football. Just such a cute pattern with the football body and the still snuggable teddy bear. So that was number 8. Next up, number 9. This is the Crochet Tooth Fairy Pillow by the Caffeinated Snail. So this one is super unique. This is a pillow that's like the Tooth Fairy. It's in the shape of a tooth and it's a fairy, But if you can see in the photo, look at that. There's a little pouch on the back where you can actually put the money from the tooth fairy. How cute is that? Oh my gosh. What a great present for like a kid who loses their first tooth. I could totally see this being like a family tradition where, you've got your tooth fairy pillow and every time a tooth falls out, you get it out. And that's where the money goes, where you can find it in the morning inside of this tooth fairy pillow. This one looks super cute. It looks like there's maybe some like double crochets and things in the pattern to kind of make that like kind of design of the tooth, which looks really cool, and just that pouch in the back. So it's like it's a pillow, but it's so, so unique. So that was number 9. I think we are halfway there through our 18 patterns. Before we go on, I do just want to say, let's be sure to support these designers if these are any patterns that you might be interested in making. If nothing else, we can all follow the designers on Instagram, follow them on their other social media if they have it. If you're gonna make one of these patterns, it is so cool that these patterns are free. I think that there's just like so much amazing creativity out there, and it really blows my mind that all of these patterns are out there for free on the internet for anyone to make. I think some of them have like paid versions that you can get that have more details, more photos, maybe video tutorials, things like that. And I think that's such a cool option that you can kind of like, if you want to just go with the free one and see if you can figure out yourself, you can do that, or you can choose to get the paid version and get, more details, more support. And it's also just a great way to support the designer. So I definitely encourage you to do that if you would like to. But if nothing else, if we are going to make any of these patterns, at the very least, following the designers on Instagram and certainly shouting them out when you do make the final design, link back to them so that they have credit for the actual designs. But yeah, let's keep going. We are halfway there. So next up, number 10. I just cannot believe, I'm obsessed. This is a crochet Clippy. This is made by Crafty is Cool. So Clippy, oh my gosh, I think most people know if you were, alive in the 90s using Microsoft Office. Even if you weren't, I feel like Clippy made its way into pop culture. Such a cute pattern. This one does look, I think the actual crocheting is probably not all that complicated, but I think there's actually wire inside that you use to kind of make that paper clip shape, and you must sort of shape it somehow. I think this one is hilarious and so, so unique. And again, could make a fun present for some. I feel like Clippy is just iconic, and a lot of people think that he's hilarious. And I just think this would make such a fun, like, toy for an office, for your desk, at work, anything like that. Just so, so funny. So that's number 10, halfway through Crochet Clippy. Okay, next up, number 11. Another good one for fall, which is the season that I am in right now as I record this. So here we have a scarecrow by Stringy Ding Ding. Some of these creator names are just amazing. I just love this scarecrow. I love the colors, so many bright colors. It does look like, again, a decent amount of complexity. Maybe no single part of it is too hard, but it looks like there's just a lot of different pieces to kind of assemble the whole thing. Kind of similar to a lot of crochet dolls. There's like just, a lot of kind of body parts and things like that. There's some details of hay that you add. There's even the crow on the scarecrow's shoulder, which I think you could always skip if you don't want to make that and just do the scarecrow. Because, isn't the scarecrow supposed to be scaring away the crows? But maybe that's the idea. They don't always work. I don't know. I love the colors. This one really stood out. It's so bright. And it's such a fun, like, fall pattern, but it's a little bit different from a lot of the typical sort of fall patterns that you might see. So that one's number 11, the crocheted scarecrow. Next up, number 12, we have Amigurumi Bunny in Carrot Car by Octopus Crochet. And actually, the carrot car apparently has a secret trunk. So you make the bunny and you make the car separately, but the car itself, it has that little carrot top. and the top I think actually goes on and you can like take it off, and there's actually space in the inside so you can put something actually in the trunk and close it. Again, my 3-year-old would love this. He loves cars and he loves being able to put things like in cars and take them out. So this one is super, super fun for that. I think the pattern even has, it links to like some, I think like Easter eggs, maybe small ones that you can make that are meant to be put in the trunk, just like another little option to add on to the pattern. There's already sort of the separate pattern for the bunny and for the car. And then there's also like optional, I guess, Easter eggs, or really you could put anything you want that's small. I think that would fit in this carrot car trunk. But it's just so cute. Again, not your average car that you might make. It's like it's a carrot and the buddy inside is just zooming along in that carrot car. So unique, so cute. Next up, number 13. This one's called Yarnster Lumo, and this one was on the Lion Brand Yarn website. For this one, you actually need to sign up for a free account to get the pattern, but the account is free. So it's still a free pattern, but you do sort of have that extra step of needing to sign up for an account on Lion Brand Yarn to access the pattern. But yeah, this one's just super cute. Just this little light bulb guy, or I guess big light bulb guy. Again, just a fun pattern, a fun sort of unique way to make like a person a little bit, but actually it's a light bulb. It's a light bulb person. This again could make a fun sort of toy desk, something that would sit on a desk, light bulb, and you think of ideas and maybe work and creativity. So could be a fun, present for someone to use in their office or on their desk, or again, just a snuggable, huggable pillow. I just thought this one was really cute and unique as well. So that was number 13. Next up, number 14. This is Jojo the Worry Eater Monster. And this is by Bunny Moon. Now, Bunny Moon, I believe, is Hungarian. And if you go to the website, you will see that it's in Hungarian. But it was very easy for me to click the translate button and get it translated into English. And there actually is a full PDF version of this pattern that you can download that is in English and looks totally well written and everything. So it seems like there's maybe 2 versions of this pattern, the Hungarian version and then translated into English. So the main website seems to be in Hungarian, though you can use, translate on Google or Chrome. I think this guy is so cute and I just love the idea of it. Can you see in the picture, you can actually like write your worries down, fold it up and put it inside of Jojo's mouth, and Jojo will eat your worries. I think this is such a cool idea. Honestly, I think I could benefit from this myself a little bit, of writing my worries down and giving them to Jojo and having Jojo take them away. I could also see that, maybe a kid who has some anxiety or anything like that might benefit from this. Honestly, anyone could. Just that idea of writing your worry down and passing it along to somebody else. The pattern and the blog, it has a very cute description of how Jojo like sits under your bed and kind of waits for your worries to come along, and that you need to, once you give Jojo a worry, you then need to give Jojo a lot of hugs, so that they can digest the worries nicely and get a lot of love. And it's a really sweet idea, so creative, and the actual like monster pattern is just so funny. There's so many cool monster patterns out there, but this one, the fact that he's a worry eater, it's just that much more unique and interesting, and I just love it. So that was number 14. We are quickly approaching the last few. So next up, we've got number 15. This one's not technically amigurumi, but it's just so cute that I had to go with it. This one is Little Cottage Purse by Amour Fu Crochet. I'm obsessed with Amour Fu Crochet. I've been following her ever since I started crocheting, and I have a whole book of hers called Crochet Zodiac Dolls so far I've only made 1 Zodiac doll, but I'm looking forward to making more. But she has a ton. She's super, well known. She has books, all of that, but she has a whole lot of actual free patterns on her blog, and just looking through them, there's so many cool ones. But this one really jumped out at me, even though it's not maybe technically amigurumi. I think I think that technically amigurumi, you need to have like stuffing, and this is a purse that doesn't have stuffing, but I just thought this is so cute. Again, maybe going back to our like cottage core aesthetic. The fact that this is a purse, but that it looks like a house, a really cute, like adorable cottage house. So cute. This would be a great present for a kid. I can imagine like a little girl with one of these purses. Honestly, my little boy, 3-year-old, would love this also. He loves like bags and purses and putting things in and taking them out. And honestly, I might make this for him. I could always, change the colors or maybe change the design a little bit. But I just think this is so adorable. It's a purse and it's a house. So unique. And I just had to include it, even though it's not, technically amigurumi. So we have 2 more. Next up, 3 more. Next up, number 16. This is a voodoo doll pincushion by Supergurumi. This one is so cute. It's, kind of quirky, kind of unique. It's a voodoo doll and a pincushion. So it's actually functional. You can actually put your pins in there. I think I actually bookmarked this quite a long time ago, maybe when I was just starting to crochet. And at the time I wasn't really thinking that pins were something that I would, use much necessarily. But actually it turns out that pins are quite useful when you're sewing amigurumi pieces on. And so I actually have been using pins quite a bit. And so I do have use lately for a pin cushion. And so I could totally see making this one's hilarious. It's just as like, it's so much more fun than your average, just like little like pink pin cushion or whatever. I think actually a lot of amigurumi could be pin cushions because of the way that they have the stuffing. You could almost make anything into a pin cushion. But the fact that this is a voodoo doll where you like stick the pins in, so clever, so unique. The eyes and the mouth, it's such a cute little pattern, but the fact that it's also functional and the fact that you're using the pins, you're using it as a pin cushion, but it's also a voodoo doll. It just sort of, it's so clever. I can't get over it. I love this one so much, the voodoo doll. So that was number 16, 2 left. Next up, number 17, this one is Mayflower's Pen amigurumi. And this one I found on the Furls Crochet website. And the actual designer of this one is Little Raven Fiber Arts. This one is so clever. I know I keep saying that, but oh my gosh. So we've got the little watering can pot. So it's like in the shape of a watering can. It's a watering can, but it actually has, soil. That's the brown yarn. And then there's a kind of a little hole in the middle there so that you can plant your flower. And the flower actually goes around a pen. And so it's like a pen holder. And so you can like put the pen into the pot, but the pen looks like a flower. And it looks like there's actually 3 different options. You can do a daisy, a tulip, or a daffodil, or make all 3, or probably do other flowers as well. And it's almost like the flower is like, it's sort of a shell around the pen, and you can just get any like ballpoint pen and put it right inside. And then you can actually write with the pen, and you've got this adorable flower pen. But then when you're done with the pen, you've got your adorable pot to put it in. So clever. I think this would make a great present for, maybe Mother's Day or Father's Day. Someone who loves gardening. Again, something that could go on someone's desk. And yeah, just it's functional because it turns in, you can use it with a pen. But it's so cute and so unique and so clever. And you can have it on the desk and not even know that there's a pen inside. And then when you're ready to write something, you can just grab your flower and write with it. So I really, really love that one. We've got Mayflower's Pen amigurumi. That was number 17. And coming quickly up to the very last one, number 18, where we say goodnight. This is Henry the Large Sleepy Time Crochet Gnome. And it's by Jen Hayes Creations. I love this one. There are a lot of, I guess, gnome patterns out there, and I actually think they're all incredibly adorable. But this one really stood out to me. He's gigantic and so cute and perfect for sleepy time. I guess that if you read the pattern, she actually made this in partnership with the company that makes polyfill, the stuffing. And you can totally see it because this is a large guy. This is a big pattern and probably requires a whole ton of stuffing. So that kind of makes a ton of sense. But I just think this gnome is hilarious. I love the sleep hat. I love the big beard and the fact that the hat covers the eyes. And then there's the optional ability to make a moon or a star pillow. But I can absolutely imagine snuggling up at night with this large sleepy time crochet gnome. What a fun pattern. So there we go. That was 18 super unique amigurumi patterns. They're all free. It's really amazing to me. So many of them are so complicated and so interesting. It's just so cool of these designers to have these patterns out there. And honestly, we are barely scratching the surface. I had a hard time limiting myself to just 18. I have a whole zillion other patterns that I've bookmarked, and I'm sure I will keep coming across more and more and more of them. So definitely let me know in the comments of these 18 patterns, which is your favorite. I personally am dying to make all of them. So which one should I make next, do you think? Let me know in the comments, and I will surely do a video about any of these patterns that I make in the future. And again, I really want to make all of them, but there's only so much time in the world, so we'll see. Some of them do seem a little bit complicated, but totally worth it. They are just all so cool. Also, let me know in the comments if you like this type of video, if you want more of this type of video. I had such a great time putting this list together, and I have tons more ideas, and I know I will keep seeing them. So definitely let me know if you want more content like this in the future. But I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for keeping me company, and I'll see you next time. Bye.